Hey guys, so this is another video in which I will explain the whole process or another part of the whole process of from the beginning of programming an expert advisor to uploading it to the mql5 market. And in this video, we finally want to make the upload to the mql5 market. In the last video, which was like the testing video, I did some tests and optimizations and then made some additional adjustments to the expert advisor, and then I ended the video saying I would do some more optimizations. So this is what I did. So first of all, let's have a look at my last testing and optimization run. So you can see here on my server, I did another complete optimization. I used the program in gold again. You can do it with any market, of course. Tested for a couple of years. It makes sense to test at least 5 to 10 years, I would say, to get some, to get a good foundation for your results. If you just test a few months, you cannot really impress anyone in the mql5 market, I would say. And then I also highly suggest using the every tick based on real tick method, because it looks better if it has a 100% data quality if you do some screenshots. Then, these were the settings that I used, or the optimization settings, were like this. So I optimized the stop loss percent, the TSL trigger percent, the TSL percent, the trigger, the donkey period, and that was it pretty much. I stick to the 4-hour time frame because this was quite solid in the previous test run, and also I fixed the TP percent at 1.5 because it didn't really seem to make too much of a difference. So I in this test, I just wanted to figure out like what trigger is better, the M1 or the Donkin channel bars, the one that I just added. I wanted to test some more Donkin channel periods, because in the previous optimization run, I tested also lower periods, like from 10 on, and already found out that it's better to go a little bit higher, close to 20. So I also wanted to test some above 20. And then, for TSL trigger percent, I wanted to test just a wider range to get a better feeling for the TSL trigger percent, because this factor is kind of crucial, because it can be like the make or break for this strategy, really. And also, you have to be a little bit careful with the TSL triggers like 0.1 or 0.2, like the very low ones, because, as I said, testing is not super realistic often when it comes to these fast scalping strategies. So I just want to test this, had these results here, and I can also show you this page, I think it was. So what we can see here, saw a couple of good results, saw a couple of bad results. Overall, if we go down here, we saw that most of these results were now positive, which is always a good sign, which means that even if you do not choose the very best settings for the next couple of years, you might still end up being profitable. And this is what I like to see. So then we had some quite good profit factors, I would say. And this is definitely something you could use. I tested actually a couple of these, I think 2 or 3 of these backtesting results. I took them and then I made a single backtest. And for example, I also listed using the recovery factor, and then I, for example, did the test with this recovery factor because it's the highest recovery factor, which will create the most stable equity curve, which is something that looks good in the mql5 market. And then I just tested with these settings, so you can see here. Also use the volume money now. This is also the adjustment that I made in the last video, and I explained why I did this. And then, SL percent was then 0.5, TSL trigger was 0.5, TSL percent was 0.1, and we used the M1 trigger on the 4-hour chart with 22 periods for the Donkin channel. And the backtesting results were like this, which is quite solid. You want to have the 100% history quality, of course. You want to have a okay profit factor, and I think most important is that you have a graph that looks very, very good. And so this was the backtest that I want to show on the mql5 market. I mean, you can pretty much choose any of these. Like, just go whatever you feel like would attract a lot of people. It's not about showing that the program is invincible. It's just about showing that you can definitely be profitable with this program. Don't be shy to choose a good backtest as long as it is not faked. because everyone is able to do his or her own backtest before purchasing. And people should definitely do this before purchasing. If they just purchase the program based on your test, they are pretty dumb, I would say. Okay, so I did this test and then I went ahead and created some screenshots of this test. This is what we will need later on. So you can see here, I made a couple of screenshots, which I then want to upload later on for the product page. So we can see here, this is a screenshot of the graph. Then I made a screenshot of the backtesting result, where especially we can see the 100% history quality. I think this is important. Then we had a screenshot of the backtest, and then I made a screenshot of some trade examples. But these screenshots are, I mean, it's up to you. You can pretty much show whatever you want. Just make sure that it is honest and not deceiving. Also, the MQL market will ask you for a logo. So you should create one. I just created this. So I took a screenshot of some chart in the MetaTrader. I got this little ninja here on Pixabay, where I think you can get images also for commercial use for free. And then I added a fancy name up here. So this is what I did. Also, you will have to respect the pixel ratios that are requested, but we will come to this in a second. And also I prepared a little description here for the program. You can pretty much write whatever you want. What I like to do is to give some disclaimers, because I like to educate my buyers and also my, if you want to say, community. So I said you can change the settings. My settings are not a recommendation, and please do some testing before you purchase, because I don't want to get money from poor traders who are blinded by marketing terms of others. I just want to push this product out there for anyone who wants to use it maybe, and just want to be honest about it. So that's what I like to do. What you do is completely up to you. So once you have all of this pretty much ready, what I also like to do is, and this is the last thing before we do the upload, in my program, I added some properties here. Like I said, copyright is René Balke, all the best and good trades. And then I have a little disclaimer also here. This is not really necessary because there are a lot of disclaimers already in the terms and conditions of the mql5 market, but I just like to do it, and I like to add the link to my webpage. And so this is not really important. You can leave this out. But what you do need is to provide a version. So this will be important. And I think we also need 3 digits after the decimal point. But yeah, let's do it like this. So what you want to have is define a property version. And then you need to define a version. You can do it like I did here. You could also do it like this. But yeah, I like to do it like this, because what I also like to do is in the onInit function, I like to say static bool is init is false, and then I check if it's not initialized, and then I say is init is true. So this will be printed only once when the EA is started, and then I like to print something like wait, how did I do this? EA re in brackets start. And then I like to print the version. So if there is any issue later on with the product and someone sends you some screenshots or some log files, you will see the version. You can also do it in one line. It doesn't really matter. So just do like version, and then I like to print the version here. So this is a defined term because I defined it up here. So it will print the version. Also, what I like to do is if trade set filling type by symbol. Wait, let me check this one second. Yeah, I try to set the filling type using the chart symbol, and if it does not work, I just say filling type should be order filling return. This is something that I figured out in the past because some symbols, especially like stock CFDs, for example, have some weird filling types, and if you don't set it like this, you might get issues with the order execution, but this is a very specific and unique case. So this is not like super important, but just if you have any issues with the filling type, you should just add these 3 lines, and it usually, it should fix it. So that's pretty much it. So this is my version that I want to upload. So let's go to the MetaTrader 5 market and let's upload this. So when you are on the MetaTrader 5 market, you want to go to your profile, for example, and then like if you are in your profile, what you want to do is you want to go to seller on the left side here. First of all, if you never sold something before, you cannot see your products here and you will have to register your company. I did this already, so I cannot really show you this, but it's super, super easy. I did it before. There are also a lot of explanations what to do. You just have to register a company that you use to sell. I think you can also do it as a person, but yeah, just go here, register your sales name or entity or whatever, and then you're good to go. And then it should look somehow like this. And you can then go to market here, up here, and then here you will find add product on the right side. I will add a MetaTrader 5 app. So I click on this, then you have to choose a name, Ninja Turtle Trader, I think was the name for our expert advisor. Oh, Ninja Turtle Scalper EA. So just choose a name, then it is a expert advisor, and this is really easily explained. Account type, I would go with I would go with hedge because I created this for hedging accounts, and I just want to be sure that there are no problems if someone tries to use it in a netting account. Then you can choose the expert advisor type. I would just suggest using the one that you feel like is most realistic or describes your strategy best. For me, it's trend because of the Donkin channel, and then scalping also. This kind of makes sense. Then the price. You want to define a price for unlimited use. For example, you can do anything. Like you can do 30, you can do 97, you can do 1,000. It's completely up to you. I think there is no right or wrong price because in the end, whatever you put up to the mql5 market, it's just an offer. So the person who is about to purchase it has to decide, is this program worth $1,000 to me? I personally think that like most strategies, or especially my strategies, are usually easy. So I don't want to charge 1K because I'm also like very honest about it and always explain what the strategy does. So everyone who has some coding skills can copy it. But if you think your strategy is special and super unique and secret, then you might add a higher price. But I will just go with, I don't know, I usually like to do like 97 or something because I feel like it's a fair compensation for the work that I did. And then, you can also do like 3-month rents and 6-month rents. And what I like to do is here, for example, give it 3 months for 37 and 6 months for 67. But again, pricing is pretty much up to you. You can choose whatever you want here. Okay, I think I always did it somehow like this. But again, this is up to you. Just choose whatever pricing you feel is fair for the work that you put in and for the value that your EA could provide. Then here, of course, the market will take a fee and the minimum price is $30, but I don't have to explain this. I think you can just read it. And then activations, I like to do like 10 activations, which means that the user is able to use it on 10 different accounts. And this is important because, or 10 different computers actually, or VPSs or just machines. This is important because most people will have a local PC at home, for example, and then a VPS, and maybe they changed their VPS. So I would just suggest using like 10 activations or something, so the user is not like super limited. And also, if you do like 1 activations only, you will have a lot of messages, of course, of buyers asking you why they cannot activate it again. And then you have to activate the terms and conditions. And I would suggest to quickly scan this before you upload your first product. It says that you are using like mql5 as a reseller and stuff, and you have to be fair and honest about your product. Just read through this before you upload your first product. And once you did everything correct, you should check the name again maybe, because this is something you cannot change later, I think. But the rest, like the pricing, can be changed later. So then you click on add, and this will create your product draft, and then you have to provide some more information, of course. So we kind of finished the comment page. Then let's go to the logo. And here you can see, create a catchy, unique logo, but you can pretty much do whatever you want. And then, this is important, the size has to be 200 times 200 pixels. So for example, you can see the logo that I have here. It is 200 times 200 pixels. So if I go here, you can see, I don't know if we can even see this here. Yeah, it's 200, 200. I mean, this is in German, so it will not really help you. I had the image, it was bigger first, but then I used my capture tool, my picture capturing tool, which is Snagit for me, to resize it to 200 and 200. It has to be 200 to 200, otherwise it will not be accepted. You can use a tool like Snagit, which is not free, but you could also use any other tool. You can probably also do it with a snipping tool, which is, for example, a standard in your wait, how do I say this? In your Windows app, like for example, if you do it like this, you will have a screenshot here. And then, yeah, you will find your screenshot here. And I'm pretty sure that you can somehow probably resize it. Or you can see like, yeah, I don't work with the snipping tool a lot actually. So, but there are multiple tools. Do we see the pixels here? Not really. But yeah, there are multiple tools. Just go for download free snipping tool or some more advanced capturing tool, and then you will be able to create the logo. But yeah, since I have the logo here, I can attach it here. This is the card logo. This is the 200 times 200 one. So here we just go and select the logo. So if I do it like this, you can see if it's 200 times 200, it will be accepted. Also, the showcase logo and for the MetaTrader 5 platform logo will be created automatically. They will just be downsized. You can also upload them manually, but I don't see the benefit. Then you click on save, and that's for the logo. Then next up is the description. Just try to find a description that is honest and describes what your product does. As I said, I prepared a little bit here before, where I just said, yeah, what the strategy does pretty much, that the user should test it before purchasing. It's no BS. And yeah, just write whatever you think is fair and could convince the user to purchase your product. Yeah, just a couple of texts. And also I like to have a little explanation of my settings here, but I will do this afterwards. I think this is not why you're watching this tutorial. This is pretty easy, but yeah, you can just save this and this is your description. Then you need to, or you can provide some screenshots. And this is something I would definitely do. What makes sense here is to provide some screenshot of, yeah, what I already told you here, like of the settings so the user can see how it looks like, of some backtests, so it's a rough idea what the user can use as inputs for the backtest when he does his or her own backtest. So this is just what I like to do. Also, I usually like to record a video for YouTube and upload it here. You can then just provide the video link of the YouTube video here and it will be displayed. I think I will do this after recording this video. So yeah. I also have a video explaining the product. You can just see how it looks like afterwards. So I will just take like these 4 screenshots that are prepared, and I can open them here or upload them here, and you can see all of my screenshots are here now. So what we can do is like decide the order. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you, like what you want to do. And what you think would be most attractive to the potential buyer. Then if you save this, that's pretty much the preparation you do before uploading your actual expert advisor. And this is probably the most important step and the one you are looking for. So first of all, I compiled this. So this is my program that I want to upload. I will then take it and put it to the folder with all of my other files that I used here. On my PC, so it's go to products, mql5 market, and then there's the Ninja Turtle Scalper program. and I put it here. This is just something that I like to do, is create a folder on my PC with all of the relevant files for the product. So if you want to change something in the future, everything's like at the same place. So what we can do now is we can add a product file. And here you can see there are plenty of checks done before your product is accepted. But you can just try to upload your product, and my Expert Advisor will not be accepted, as I said before, because there might be a couple of issues. So if you try to upload it, it is doing an automatic validation. So we will have to wait until this is finished. Also, if you have any problems, and if this video that I'm recording here right now is not helping you enough, I mean, I will fix some issues together with you now in the next couple of minutes, but if you still have problems, definitely make sure to read this article. Yeah, you can see here now we have the errors. Like, just read through the articles. They are great. Like, for example, this one is explaining everything you have to do in order to get your product into the market. So you can really just read about it. It's super simple, and they also provide the solution. But yeah, here we can see validation is failed, and we get a report. So we can see here, we tried to do something, but it is an invalid volume. So invalid volume usually means that the position size is not correct. So what I want to do is I go back to my program and make sure that, for example, what I would do first before sending the order, I would make sure that the lots are, we can say math min, and then we can say symbol info double, symbol volume lots, volume min, or max, and lots. So we are choosing the smaller value of either the symbol max lot size or the lot size that we calculated here. This makes sure that we do not choose a lot size which is too big. Also, we want to do the same stuff for the minimum lot size. So we choose the bigger value out of the minimum lot size and the lot size that we calculated. I want to copy this, and I want to add it here for the cell positions. So after doing this, I will just compile the program again, and I will upload it again. So I will just take the program again, and I will just quickly move it to my folder here because it makes it easier for me to upload it to the market. And yeah, after updating the product version, you can just go back to the market, and then you can say validation failed. That's the report. Wait, how can I upload again? Here, I think. No. Edit. Sorry. So here I can edit the file and choose pretty much my file again, but now it's changed a different version where we do the check for the lot size. So we will have to wait until the automatic validation is finished, and then we will see if we can pass this check now or not. Okay, we get another report, and of course we did not make it. But we see another error. So we kinda probably fixed the first problem. Yeah, now we can see we have a problem with the trailing stop because it tries to modify the order, but the stop loss is too close to the actual price. So what we can then do is we can say that we have to modify the trailing stop loss, because some brokers request a minimum distance for new or for the stop loss. It has to be a minimum distance away from the current price. So if you have this issue, you want to make sure that your stop loss is at least as far away from the current price as it has to be. So what we want to do here is we can say SL is math min, and then we say bid minus symbol info double, symbol trade, stop. I think it's symbol info integer, symbol, let me look this up. Trade stops level multiplied with point or SL. So yeah, this will make sure that we are at least the minimum points away from the current bid price. Also, we want to do the same thing, of course, for sell positions, but here we have to say math max, of course. And here we say ask plus symbol info integer, blah, blah, blah. The rest is kind of the same. So after doing this, oh, some operator expected. I forgot some semicolon here and here. So after adding this line, we can now see that if we take the program again, so I take it, and then I just pretty much just upload it again. So here I go edit again, choose the version that I just changed, and upload it again. So you just have to do a lot of, you just upload as long as you get errors, pretty much, and then you fix the errors. So it's a very, very simple repetitive process. And like if you uploaded a couple of expert advisors to the market, you will get used to it, and then you can also add like the codes that I'm adding together with you now already before you upload your first version, because the errors are pretty much always the same and you get used to it kind of. So we can see here we get a still get the issue, so maybe I will have to add another point here. Math min minus stop level minus point plus point. I will just add another point and see if this works. Oh, wait. Plus point here and minus point here. I mean, it's only the modification that is causing the issue, right? Modification failed, because we will also get this error later on for the position opening, or we might get this error for the position opening. But yeah, let's get the program again and let's upload it again. Maybe we just need this one more buffer point. Edit. So if we wait for this here now, for the validation. So, okay, it failed. Modification failed. Actually, it's the same problem. Okay, guys. So I was trying some stuff because I was confused why my fix is not working, because usually this is the fix for this error. And what I did not realize is, even though we do not change the take profit, we can also not modify the position if the price is too close to the take profit. So we will also have to check this. So yeah, this is a bit weird and in my opinion not really logical, but it is what it is. So before we try to modify the position here, like actually normally we don't really need the freeze level. I never saw this being an issue. So let me just delete this line. So what we did here is like we say that the stop loss should then be set at the minimum distance here that we need. And then before we modify the position, we also want to check if bid or math absolute, like the difference between bid and take profit, position take profit should be, wait, 1, 2, 3, should be bigger than symbol info integer, symbol trade stops level multiplied with point. So if we add this section here for the buys and for the sells, then we should be good to go, and then this should make sure that we don't see this error. Like, so just in general, if you modify positions using a trading stop, for example, just make sure that your that none of your trade levels, like the TP and the SL mainly, are not too close to the current price, because this will cause an issue with the automatic validation. And you can check this by just checking if simple trade stops level, like which you can get using simple info integer, is at least a minimum distance away, or at least this minimum distance away from the current or from the new stop loss and take profit. Okay, but yeah, after adding this block or this one line to check this also for the TP, I will now upload this again, and now we can check the next errors. Because I think modification should now be fine. Now we get the next errors, I think, for the initial position opening. So these are the main problems, like with the automatic validation. Like usually you have problems with modifications, or you have problems with position openings. These are the most typical problems. So yeah, we can see the report here, and now we have another problem. We don't have enough money to open more positions because the free margin is not enough. So this is now, as I said, a problem with the position opening. So if you see this error, you can go to your code and you can be pretty sure that there's a problem with your position opening. So before opening a position, you should make sure that margin, wait, what's the function name here? Let me look this up. Because I did all of these checks, of course, for my other products that are uploaded. So it's order calculate margin. So we need the order calculate margin function, because this will calculate the order that we will need this will calculate the margin that we need for an order. And for our execute buy function, we want to check how much margin we need for a buy position. Then we need the symbol where we want to open, the volume, which is the lot size, and then the price at which we want to open. For us is the ask price. And then we need to provide a variable where we want to store the margin. Like just create a double variable, and then you can store this in the margin variable. So this will make sure that you now have the necessary margin stored in this margin variable. But this is not enough, because we also have to check if this is less, or like this, if margin is now less than account info double account margin free. So we want to make sure if this is less than like the margin that we need, if it is less than the margin that is still free. And we want to check if this is working. No, actually we want to check if the margin is above the free margin, because in this case we cannot open. So then we want to check if is send logs is true, and then we want to print a error message, not enough margin. And then we say required. You can just do this to have some kind of information for the user. Free. Yeah, I mean, let's just print the required margin here. So let's do it like this, and this should be a nice log file, so the user knows what's going on. And then also, if we fail here, we want to return false. Make sure to not mess up the brackets. So we want to return false, and then we also have to make this a Boolean function, because otherwise we cannot return false. And here we would return true in the end. Same for the execute sell function. We want to make this a Boolean. Then we just copy this block. We paste it here before we open the position. And then here we would return true if we send the order. And if we feel like the margin is not enough, then we don't open the position or send the order, and we return false instead. So that's pretty much it. So there's ask. Of course, we need bid for the sell position. So that's it. After checking or after adding this check, we can now go back or we can now get the product file again and upload it again to get the next error that we can then fix. So here we can now go ahead, exchange this version one more time, edit, choose file, Ninja Turtle Scalper, and upload it again. And now we should get another issue. For example, we will also get the issue for the TP and SL of the position opening, because these can also be too close to the price. So we will most likely also get this issue and we will have to fix it. But yeah, there are a couple of bugs that or errors that we will still get and that we have to fix. So you can see uploading a product can really take some time, but in the end, it's really just try out different solutions, read the article, and you will get there. Do not get demotivated if your upload fails a couple of times, because you can just fix the errors one by one. So we see there's a problem. Actually, I never saw this before. Stop out occurred of testing interval. Position stop out triggered by SL. Wait, is this error happening because we blew the account? Positions stop out triggered at 38%. Yeah, let me just Google this. Validation. Like, you can Google all of this. Like, have a look here. Yeah, we should take care of risk management. Actually, I never had this before, this problem. But you can see there are also some recommendations. Okay, so we will have to check that if we open a position, we should not hit the stop out level. Wait, let me read some more about this. So we will have to make sure, I think, that the distance to the stop loss and the amount that we would lose is not too much. So yeah, I think what we can do is we can say that we only want to open if the margin plus the amount that we would lose, which is essentially, wait, let's calculate the risk here. Risk, it's pretty much just lots, like the amount of lots that we open multiplied with stop loss minus bid, which, because this is the stop loss distance, multiplied with symbol info double symbol trade tick value. Wait, actually we should also get the tick size, right? So we go symbol info double symbol tick trade tick size multiplied with the tick value and then multiplied with the lot size, and then we should be good. So this is our risk. So we have to check if margin that is required plus the risk, because this is the margin would be increased by the risk if the trade goes in negative, and if this is higher than the free margin, then we cannot open, because the risk for a stop out is too high, I think. I hope. I mean, I don't know. As I said, I never had this issue, but this would be my idea to solve this issue. So ask me minus SL for buy positions. So yeah, I added this piece of code for buy and sell positions, and now I want to upload it again to check if this is the fix for this issue. So let me just get the files again and upload it again. Yeah, as I said, never had this problem before. And you cannot really predict what issues you will have with the upload, because the automatic validation just it creates a bunch of random inputs, I think, for your program, and then it will do a backtest pretty much. And then it is just checking for any possible error. So this is why it can always be a surprise what the error will be, and it's not super predictable actually what errors you will get. And from many systems, you can, if you choose very bad inputs, you can get a stop out scenario, for example. So this is why, yeah, you just have to see what the errors with the upload are, and then you can fix it. Also, you could even pass the validation even if you have errors in your program. So it's not checking every error. It's just, I think, like on average, it will find a lot of errors, but you might still have errors in your program, which is also not a problem. Like all of these kind of things that we just fixed here. Like for example, the stop loss or the TP that is too close to the actual position or the actual price. It's not a safety problem. Like it will not be a problem. If the user uses the program and it cannot modify the order, he will just get an error, but it's not a problem. Oh, yeah, as you can see here now, we passed all of the problems and we can publish. As I said, this can happen, but on the other hand, our program is not super secure. So let me fix some more problems. Like, let me give you an introduction to the usual checks that I do before I upload. Because what I just did here, this will still cause problems if you are unlucky. Because as I said, it's not checking all of the errors every single time. So what I want to do is I want to copy this block here and I want to explain what exactly I do here. And this is for sell positions. This is from another product that I already uploaded, and the checks are usually always the same. So, I mean, as I said here, we do this margin check, and if it fails, we return. So this is the check that we already did. So what we want to check next is, like what you want to do next is, and now I'm doing this for sell positions, I want to get the ask price, and then I want to get the stop level, and the spread should not really be actually necessary. I think I did this because I had some issues. I think, wait, let me delete this. So this is something you should do before sending sell orders, because we are checking if the initial SL and or TP is too close to the market. So what we want to do is we want to check if the SL that we plan to send, if it's greater than 0, because if it's 0, we don't have to check. And then we have to check if ask minus SL, which is, wait, is this for sell positions? No, this is for buy positions. Sorry, I was completely wrong here. This is the check that we do for buy positions. So what we do for sell positions is we check if SL minus bid SL minus bid is smaller than stop level multiplied with point, and I will just add another point here as a buffer like this. So if this fails, we want to return, and here it's pretty much the same thing. We want to check if bid minus TP, if this is smaller than stop level multiplied with point plus point. And then we can say here we want to send a quick log or quick message to the logs. We say, for example, initial SL is too close to market price. And then we can, for example, print the SL that we just calculated, but make sure to round it to a precision of the digits for the symbol. And then we also want to do this for the TP pretty much. And then I will have to check this one more time so I don't mess this up. So if TP is greater than 0 and bid, which is the opening for the sell position, minus TP is smaller than stop level multiplied with point plus point. I think we should use the ask price here because it's for position closing. I think we should use the ask price for sell positions. So info double, symbol, ask. So like this, yeah. So we just make sure if the initial TP and SL is not too close to the current price. And now I copy this block here. So copy and also paste it before we send the buy order. And here, of course, we have to make some adjustments. We calculate based on the bid price. Of course, we close at the bid price. And then we check if bid minus SL, because the SL for buy positions is below the price. If it's smaller than stop level, multiply with point plus 1 point as a buffer. And then we say SL is too close. And here we say TP minus bid. And then we say initial TP is too close. Oh, actually, we want to print the TP here. Maybe just also write this with capital letters. And then also, of course, here we have to exchange this. So yeah, so this is the version that I now want to upload. I think it should catch all of the most common issues when working with the mql5 market. Like, it's most important is to just make sure that you can send orders and that you can modify orders. And if you take care of this, you will be most likely good to upload your product to the market. So let me now upload the latest version that I just created again to the market. And if this is accepted, I will just publish it in the market. But also, since I changed the version now, the validation is now happening again with different inputs. So it's kind of funny, but we passed the validation before, but this time we could fail because there's another check with different, I think, randomized inputs. So you can see it's a bit weird sometimes with uploading to the mql5 market. So you really just have to check what error you get, and then you have to react to it pretty much. And yeah, let's wait for the automatic validation. And again, if you have any error that I did not handle in this video, really make sure to check this article. It's great. It will explain exactly what errors you get and how to solve them. Also, if you have any errors that are not described in this article, you can of course just take the error, and as I did before, you can just Google for a solution. And for 98% of all of the errors, you will find a solution, because everyone who tries to upload to the mql5 market pretty much get these errors, and then you will have to figure out how to solve them. So you will find existing solutions, and it's not a problem. So here we can see that the test is now, I think, finished, and yeah, we passed again. So now you can click on publish. So once you published, you have to agree that you are not a scammer and everything. And actually, I wonder how some of the sellers in the mql5 market can do this. But you cannot guarantee and promise profits and stuff, which of course we don't do. And yeah, if you're good to go, go with OK. And this will upload your product to the market. And that's it. Your product is then in the market. So you can now click on this, and you can see here is the Ninja Turtle Scalper EA. I think if we search for it, Ninja Turtle, we can already find it in the market. Yeah, you can see it's really that easy. So now people can buy it. I could buy my own product here. That's it. You just uploaded your first product to the market. As you can see, there's the description. After the video, I will change this a little bit. I will add the settings here. I will also record a video later on where I explain how this expert advisor works, and talk a little bit about it, because it somehow helps, I think, to explain what the product actually does. And then you can see like the screenshot, everything's here, everything's nice and clean, and that's it. This is how you upload products to the mql5 market. If you still have questions after this or errors that you cannot resolve, and just drop me a comment below, and I will try to help you with this. I will try to help you with your upload if I'm able to, and that's it. Hope you liked this series. Hope it was not too confusing in the end. Maybe I will add some timestamps for the different errors that are solved in this video, so you can just click on the timestamps if you have specific problems, and that's it. Good luck. uploading and selling on mql5. As I said, it's a great opportunity, especially if you do not have a lot of money for your trading already. You can use this to get some seed capital, some initial funding for your account, and this will get you up and going. Thanks for watching. Have a great time. Good trades. Bye.